Let's begin.
Which bowler has the unique record of taking a wicket with both the first and last ball of a test match? What is the record for most runs scored by a batsman in their debut test series? Which player has the unusual record of scoring more runs as a night watchman than as a regular batsman in Test cricket? What is the longest duration for a Test match that ended in a draw? Which fielder has taken the most catches in Test cricket without ever dropping one? What is the record for most centuries scored by a batsman in losing Test matches? Which bowler has the record for most maidens bowled in a single Test innings? What is the most runs scored by a team in the fourth innings to win a Test match? Which player has been involved in the most runouts in Test cricket, both ends combined? What is the record for most Test wickets taken by a bowler in their home country only? Which batsman has the record for most Test centuries scored in the fourth innings? What is the unusual record held by the Akram Unis bowling combination? Which player has the record for most Test dismissals without ever being bowled? What is the record for most consecutive Test matches with at least one wicket by a bowler? Which ground has the unusual record of never hosting a Test match that ended in a draw? What is the record for most Test runs scored by a batsman in a single calendar year? Which bowler has the record for most test wickets taken in overseas conditions only? What is the record for most test matches played by a cricketer without ever scoring a century? Which player has the unusual record of taking more wickets than runs scored in Test cricket? What is the record for most Test centuries scored by a batsman batting at number 6 or lower? Which team has the record for most consecutive Test series wins at home? What is the record for most Test wickets taken by a bowler in away conditions only? Which player has the record for most Test matches as substitute fielder? What is the record for most Test runs scored by a batsman without ever hitting a six? Which bowler has the record for most Test wickets taken in the first hour of play?